For more on this deal between China and Argentina, I'm joined here in the studios by Bob Sicina, professor at the Kogard School of Business at American University here in Washington, D.C. Welcome to the show. Let me start by asking you, this China financing thing isn't a new thing. They've invested in a lot of places in Latin America. This particular one's in Argentina. It's $4 billion. How significant is it?
I would describe this deal in a single word: disaster. And I would put an adjective in front of it: unmitigated disaster for both China and Argentina.
So you've answered my second question,
okay,
which was I was going to ask you, is it a win-win, lose-lose, win-lose?
Lose-lose.
Okay, now, I have to ask you to explain that. If
Sure.
it's a disaster, why is this a disaster?
First of all, Argentina, the Argentine economy, is not at the edge of a cliff. It is going over the cliff. It's coming down faster and faster towards the ground. It's going to hit the ground soon.
But getting an investment in China how does that make it worse?
It makes it worse for a couple of reasons. First of all, the technical aspects of the dam project are highly questionable in terms of the volume of water and also in terms of the distance that the electricity has to be transported. So the project looks quite uneconomical. Secondly, Argentina's ability to repay the $4 billion this is going to cost is, I don't even think it's questionable. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
And that's why it's a bad deal for China.
If it's such a bad deal, why do both sides want to do this?
Well, for Argentina, desperate people do desperate things, and they are desperate.
For
really an inflow of foreign exchange. They've been cut out of the capital markets. Okay, they're running a massive trade deficit. Nobody will lend them money. So China comes in and says, okay, we'll build a dam for you for $4 billion. Argentina's sitting there saying, let's go for it. But Argentina's never going to be able to pay for it. And it's just going to get Argentina in deeper and deeper economic trouble.
What happens next to this project?
Well,
I mean, this is the announcement. This is the beginning.
Yeah.
What else needs to happen?
Well, I think the first thing that's going to happen is Kirchner's going to be successively voted out of office. She's going to first lose the Congress, and then I think the Peronist Party is fundamentally going to be out, and China will swing back from the left towards the right.
So I'm still confused. Why would China want to invest in a project that they're not going to pay the money back and it's not going to be economic viable, as you say?
They didn't call me first, Phil.
Okay, they didn't call you. Fair enough, but China's not stupid. They know what
Nope.
they're doing. There's got to be a reason why they're going to invest $4 billion in a project that you say that isn't good.
I think they believe they're going to get paid. I happen to disagree with them. China's done lots of good deals. China's done some great deals in Africa. I don't think they've done them the right way, but frankly and oddly enough, I think that China has established a fabulous model in international development and win-win situations. And it was developed 30 years ago, and curiously by President Xi when he was Mr. Xi, and he and 3 other individuals went to Muscatine, Iowa, and under the charge of Mr. Xi, then Mr. Xi's father, they went to learn how to grow grain, to bring that knowledge back to China, and they did it. And the relationship has lasted for 30 years. Xi was just there recently to celebrate the 30th anniversary. That's how China wants to develop things.
Very quickly, China is obviously looking at other deals in Latin America.
Yeah.
I know how you feel about this particular deal. Is there a sense they're doing the right deals in Latin America?
Yeah. Oh, I think they have.
So you're saying this is one
particularly
bad deal.
bad. Oh, yeah.
You're saying
Argentina's
this is a bad deal.
Basket case. Yeah. Yeah.
Other deals might be okay.
Yes. No, I don't think China is going about its international development in a way that will enable it to be embraced by the rest of the world as the economic and political power it can and should be. It has not behaved as responsibly as it needs to. I think it's the things it's done in Africa have been really terrible. China has gone from $1.7 billion in international aid to China to Africa to $170 billion, and all of it with no strings attached. Can't do that in Africa.
We're going to have to continue this conversation another time, Bob Sicina.
Love to.
Thank you very much, American University here in Washington, D.C. Thank you.